Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. This is Liz. Today's show is sponsored by Jumbo List. Please check them out. They have a huge event coming up next year here in America. And if you would like to attend, please get in touch with them and you'll find out the details on how to register for the event. And they are telling you in advance so you make plans to attend. If you're a legit business in Kenya, you would like to come and attend the expo, you're welcome. And if you like to be a sponsor of the event, please make sure you get in touch with Jumbo List. And here is Jumbo List.
In a world where opportunities are boundless and connections pave the way for success, there's one event that stands out above the rest: the Jumbo List Expo 2024. After a resounding success in New Jersey, Jumbo List is back. From May 24th to May 27th, join us for an unforgettable journey at the Jumbo List Expo 2024 as we celebrate Memorial Day weekend in a grand fashion, a weekend where dreams meet opportunity. Together, we are unlocking those two possibilities. So maybe you're wondering, what sets the Jumbo List Expo apart? It's where every business begins with Jumbo, a gathering of brilliant minds, innovative ideas, and limitless potential. This isn't just an expo. It's a convergence of industry titans, thought leaders, and aspiring entrepreneurs, all united by a shared vision of growth and success. For more details and inquiries, don't forget to reach us through our social media pages, our phone numbers, and our website at www.jumbolist.com. Jumbo List. Every business begins with Jumbo.
Thank you for tuning in again. And today I have brought you guys an amazing woman. She's such a powerhouse, you guys. She's a serial entrepreneur. She's a CEO of one of the largest women organization here in America. She's small in stature, but she is a powerhouse. Trust me, she is a super woman. I mean, the things that she has managed to do, leading an organization of 14,000 Kenyan women in America. And in addition to being a CEO of this huge organization, she also ran multiple businesses. And this organization has been recognized by Facebook executive and Mark Zuckerberg himself. I mean, the organization have been showered with money by Facebook just for being an excellent organization of Kenyan women in America. So Facebook executive always reaching out to the leaders to figure out, what are you guys doing? She is somebody you can learn from. And I hope you guys are going to get inspired and motivated by her story, whether you're in diaspora or whether you are in Kenya. Her story is a story that you absolutely want to sit down with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or popcorn and watch to the end. You will be inspired. You will be empowered.
I just got here and traffic was crazy. Just took a shower.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much for doing this for me. You have no idea how grateful I am. What time did you leave Dubai to start with? How many hours flight was that?
Oh, I left Dubai at 10:30 Dubai time and got here at 2:30 Nairobi time.
Oh, wow.
There's 1 hour difference.
And then from America to Dubai. Oh my goodness. So I know you have the jet lag and all that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. She's a trailblazer. She's a pace setter. She's one of those women that everybody, especially here in America, we admire her so much for what she has done. Lilly Richards, tell us who you are, where you came from, why you just picked from Kenya and placed here to just be this huge success that we know of. I would like you to take just a few minutes and tell us where you were born, where you grew up, where you went to school, and both primary school, high school, and then we're going to talk about your transition from Kenya to America.
Okay, so I was born in and raised in Kakamega. I did both my primary school and high school in Kakamega. So I'm I'm a girl from Ingo, even though my mom is from Nyanza and also my dad is from Nyanza.
Okay, all right. And where did you go to school? High school?
I went to Mkumu and Arap Moi Girls, and then I went to primary school. I went to Kakamega Township Primary School.
Awesome, awesome. I always ask where they went to school so that if there's a teacher who said you'll not go far, they might see and say, oh, that's that girl. Or even other students.
There's always a teacher who said that, especially in primary.
Yes, especially if you're failing in that subject, they will be like, you can go far without this. So that's amazing. Yes. So did you get a chance to go to college in Kenya or work in Nairobi?
Yes, I got a chance to go to do both. So I went to Catering Institute.
Okay.
It was based in Voi, but it was an international distance learning kind of thing from ICM, Institute of Commercial Management in the UK. Mm-hmm. So I did hotel management, and I was doing this because I was supposed to transition to Alabama when I was just from high school.
Oh, wow.
And my mom thought I was, So my mom thought I was too young to come abroad by myself. So she decided to ask my dad to, send me to school, college, buy me some time. Mm-hmm. So that's what happened. And after that, I ended up working at the coast. Mm-hmm. I became a hotelier and then moved to Nairobi, where I worked for Invesco. Mm-hmm. Up here in Hurlingham for a couple of months before coming to the States, yes.
All right, awesome, awesome. Now let's talk about your transition from Nairobi, migrating to America. How was that? Was America what you thought it was? And were there challenges? How did you overcome them?
First, I have to tell you that I was obsessed with the USA, okay? I was, growing up watching all this hip hop and basketball and all this stuff on TV, Channel O.
Yeah.
I wanted the fabulousness. I wanted the life.
The life,
So that's what I thought it is. I actually thought the moment I get here, it's like walking into MTV, you know. Mm-hmm. So I was always trying out, I wanted to come so bad. And then my dad, who was processing my papers to go to school in Alabama, passed away in the year 2000.
Oh.
And so that derailed everything. So I started thinking, okay, my dreams of going to America died with my father, so I have to figure out another way.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing the green card lottery, and somehow it worked out for me.
Wow.
So when I came, yes, it was shock at the airport. Not immediately I landed.
Question for you. Good. How many times did you play the lotto? Was it like first time magic?
No.
Okay.
I played 3 times.
Okay. So
the third time I got it.
All right. Got you.
I played 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually the third time was, I didn't even, I was 100% sure I'm not going to get it, because I was like, this is the last time I'm doing this thing. I'm tired. I can't be doing this every year, because the first time I did it, I paid. I used some agency and I paid. So when I did it the second time, I found out, you can do it without paying. So I did it on my own. Oh, and then the third time also did it on my own.
There's so many people that don't know that. There's still people who pay for green card application, which is free, if they can just learn how to go to the states.gov, I believe, website. But that's something we can always talk about another time. So now you get this green card, you're on your way to America, and you got here.
Yes. So when I arrived, I had lost my address, the address where I was going. So what? I knew somebody's gonna pick me up at the airport, but I had the address as a backup plan,
Okay.
So the guys came to pick me up. Actually, he sent to pick me up, and the guy he sent didn't know me, and I didn't see the plaque. I didn't see him. Mm-hmm. So he says that he had something with my name on it, but I never saw the guy. So he came and left. I stayed at the airport for 7 hours looking for a way to get home. I don't have the address, and I know very well I have it on email. Yes, 7 hours. So I have the address on email, but I can't find a cyber at the airport. There's no cyber cafes here. Everybody you ask, people tell you, oh, everybody has their own phone or computers. We don't have. Yeah, so that was the first shock I found in this. I looked for a cyber cafe for hours.
Wow.
Until finally the guy who was supposed to pick me up came by himself later on and then, found me. But that was a very scary experience because I actually thought I'm going to spend the night at the airport.
Oh my God, that must have been very scary. Did you like have a plan B? Okay, if these people don't come, you didn't have no contacts, nobody else?
No, the only hope I had was somebody would allow me use the gadget to get into my email.
Wow.
That way I can get the address, get in a cab and go there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been a scare.
But anyway,
so you connected with the person and now you've arrived. How was it you settling down here and getting used to the system, the culture shock? Let's talk about the culture shock first. Like, how was that?
So it was very weird. Okay, when I came, when it was towards the end of August. It was so hot, but also humid. Oh my God, that actually really shocked me. The moment I stepped out of the airport and it hit my face. I was like, oh my God, what kind of heat is this? So I loved riding home. The roads are very nice. The cars are amazing. You see cars, cars I've not seen in Africa. It was really nice. And then getting there, it's 8 o'clock. It's still daytime. Daytime. It was very confusing to me. I was like, my goodness, it's supposed to be pitch black outside right now. So things like that. And slowly by slowly, getting to it was I was staying with a family, and this family had kids. Some of them were older than me, my age, and a little younger. And both the parents were working, kids are going to work or school. So I started finding myself alone all the time in the house. When everybody's gone, every time I woke up, everybody's gone. There's nobody, it's just me. I have nowhere to go. I'm waiting for my documentation. And I would sometimes go to bed before everybody's back. So I was alone a lot. And the only thing I had in the house was the computer that sat there. It was a desktop computer. And it was the only thing I had to reach anybody or, because even at that time, I didn't have a phone that I could use to call
people.
Anyone. Unless I go online or I use my host's phone to help me call and talk to my mom, because at that time I didn't have a line yet. I didn't have anything. So I was really lonely, and I was really, really sad because only 2 weeks in, my uncle died. And I couldn't go home. So I was lonely, and then this sadness started creeping in, and then I started looking for community online. So those days there was something called High Five. There was MySpace. There was Graduate.
We're talking about 2000. Well, that's 2000.
Yeah, that was 2006, 7.
6, 7. Okay.
Around there, 7. Okay.
Yeah, I remember MySpace. Yes.
And I couldn't access Facebook yet because it was only for EDU addresses, email addresses, because you had to be a student for that. So I started finding people I went to school with. I went to this website called Graduate, and I started finding people I went to school with, because we just look for your school, and you start finding people and we started talking. And the friends I had in Kenya, we continued talking on High Five, and I just kept going. And so I started finding community online, and that was my only outlet, because the only time I would see people was during the weekends. So when Saturday comes, now, okay, there's people in the house, we can have breakfast together, we can talk, and then the cycle starts over again. It's Monday again, everybody's gone. It was, that was the biggest challenge, was actually trying to transition, and also just trying to overcome the loneliness, and being homesick. I would never thought that I can come to America and be homesick. I never. Family is everything, I'm telling you. So the disconnect was it was too much for me. I was missing my mom. I'm the firstborn. My mom was like my baby, because when my dad died, I took over a big role now of helping my mom taking care of my family. So it was really hard. It was very, very hard for me.
Wow. But at least social media, those websites we had back then, MySpace and Hi-Fi. I don't even remember ever using that one. What is it again? Hi-Fi?
Yeah.
I didn't use that. I remember using MySpace. So
Yes,
that
it
was good.
was really nice.
So now you settle, you are able to overcome the initial shock and the challenges, the loneliness, the homesick,
Yes.
and all that. What do you do from there? Do you go to school? Do you just start looking for a job?
Okay, so the family that took me in was amazing.
Mhm.
The husband or the man of that family used to be my Sunday school teacher when I was a kid.
Okay.
So the last time he had seen me, I was barely 8 years old.
Wow.
So when, yeah, so he was, these people were very close. They were friends to my family, and then they migrated to America, and that was it.
Mhm.
So when my mom reached out to him and his family to host me,
Mhm.
he had a lot of reservations. So he
Yeah.
wanted to know, am I a single lady? Do I have children? What's going on with me? He asked me for recommendation letters, at least 3 from my previous employers.
Oh, really?
He asked me, yes, for a letter from church. Oh my goodness. Thank God. I used to be a youth member in church. I was a leader in church. So that was easy. I got all these letters and everything. And when I showed up, I was just me, single, no kids, nothing.
I never heard of that, but I think that is very important because you don't know who you are inviting on the other end.
Yes.
He'll answer you when you're 8. You could have turned out to be a hardcore criminal over there.
Exactly, exactly. And what people don't know is that when you actually take on a responsibility of hosting somebody, it's a
Yeah.
very important
Yeah.
role. It's a huge responsibility.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I came in here and they helped me,
Yeah.
because you need guidance on
Yeah.
how to get your social security process,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when that happened, they also helped me get my first job, which
Okay.
was working at Macy's.
Oh, Macy's.
That
Okay.
was, yes, a holiday associate at Macy's.
Okay.
And that was fun. Oh my goodness. It was so much fun because I couldn't count the coins.
Mhm.
It was super confusing for me. I was like a woman who's a shopaholic and put her in the middle of a store like Macy's. Oh man, it was so crazy. So anyway, I got my first paycheck, sent it all to my mom.
Mhm. Oh,
And
that's nice.
yeah, thank you. So, and just kept going. That job really helped me a lot because it gave me a lot of exposure. It was my first job being exposed to Americans because I was working the, you know, how do you call it? I was at the cashier.
Yeah.
They have a name for it. So I have to interact with people. I have to talk, and my accent came in the way a lot. Sometimes I would say
Wow.
something, and Mzungus are like, "What?
What are you
Could you say
saying?
that again? What
Yeah.
are you?"
Yeah. 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 Talk about that. Talk
Yeah.
about that. Talk about
That's when
that.
I realized,
Mhm.
there's a
Yeah.
reason people get accents within 2 weeks. So yeah, I realized I have
Yeah.
to really work hard and sound like everybody else because communication was becoming such a problem. My tongue was so much in the way. So I
Mhm.
had to start pronouncing things the way, they want me to pronounce them.
Yeah.
And that really helped me. That the job at Macy's really helped me because
Yeah.
after that I was confident enough to go for a job at the bank,
Yeah.
and I got it. So I also, in between I did direct care, which was a whole other drama. Oh my God.
Mhm.
So because you see the holiday job ended in January.
Mhm.
So after that, I had to get another job now to keep me going. So I started doing direct care, and I didn't know anything about direct care, and nobody prepared me for that job. They just took me, and I think they were desperate, and they needed somebody to just cover up a couple of shifts, and I was thrown in there.
Wow.
And being told, oh, you have to take this person, you have to wash him, you have to dress him, you have to do. I was almost like, what? I didn't see that coming, and that was one of the biggest
Mhm.
shocks I've ever experienced at the workplace.
Wow.
I never imagined I will ever wash a grown man. I'm not a nurse.
Yeah.
I'm not in that line, but that experience humbled me. Yes, I quit.
Mhm.
I quit that very day.
Mhm.
I worked because it was overnight. And the following day, I left and quit. 2 months later, I went back and asked for that job.
Wait, where you are taking care of this old man?
Yes. Thing is, I think they understood.
Okay.
Nobody prepared me.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he was wheelchair bound, I have to
Yeah.
lift him. He was a big guy.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. It was way out there. For me, the first time I did that, I was traumatized. You see, I wasn't prepared. So it took me 2 months to work this thing out within myself.
Yeah.
But when I went there, when I went back, I became a rock star. I was good at that job.
Oh, you are frozen a little bit.
I really loved it.
Oh, you're back now. You're back now. All right. So now you're taking care of this. You're taking care of this guy, and then are you thinking of school this time? Are you thinking of maybe I should go back to school? What are you thinking?
Are you serious? Yes, I was. By that time, I was already looking for school. The moment I arrived in the States, the one of my priorities was school. So the one thing I was doing was to learn how to work here.
Yeah.
What am I looking at? Like, what is going on in America? That's the hard way.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to look for accreditation. I had to learn how to check which schools to go for which courses. I had to learn, out of state versus in-state, this versus that. It was hard. Nobody taught me anything. I had to figure out how to get financial aid. I had to figure out how to get evaluation for my, my transcripts. So I ended up applying for college as, after. So the following year, January, I was here in August. So the following year, January, I was in school.
Oh, wow.
So I went into William Patterson University here in New Jersey, where I did business. I did finance.
Okay, you did finance.
Business admin finance.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So now you are done with school. You've done finance, come out of college. Where do you go?
Yeah, so one thing I haven't told you, America is America, okay? And if you're a firstborn and you have a family to raise in Kenya like me, you have no choice.
Yeah.
So when I took that job back, I was working nights.
Yeah.
At the same time, I got a job at the bank, which I was working day, full time. And then I was going to school full time. Yeah, so you have no choice. You have to support not just firstborns anyways. Us as Africans, we take care of our families. So when we come here, we don't come here for just us. So what happened was I had 2 jobs now. So I had my job, which I was doing, the direct care job at night.
Yes.
I had my day job, which I was doing at the bank, PNC. And then I had school. So the way it worked was every day, my job starts at 8:30 at the bank. And I'm supposed to be at school by 6. And some of my classes started at 7, depending on which day it was.
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to be at my night job at 11.
So you're working.
So I lived in my car. Yes. I lived in my car. My car had everything. I went home on Saturdays to do laundry, to clean my house, So I was working and going to school. It was just like this. Yeah. Until at such a time when at least I had bought my mom land, we had built a house, my mom is situated, she doesn't have to pay rent.
Yeah.
So I decided to quit one job because I was dying. I was tired.
Yeah.
It's very exhausting. Just working. I was ready to do it because, it's hard for us when you know what you left home. But at some point, I had to stop working, and now at least I started focusing on me. I got myself a boyfriend at some point, started dating. And he ended up being my husband after we dated for 7-8 years.
Wow, amazing.
That was the longest.
Amazing journey. Now, so you have done all this work, you've gone to college, you're done with college, you are working. At what point do you decide, even though I have a job with corporate America, I want to try to do other things on the side, and why?
So the first thing I did actually was KWITU because I really my experience really was very hard. And you see, I knew for a fact if that was my experience, it's everybody's experience. Nobody can say it was just an easy breezy transition coming to America and things were just like easy, no.
Mhm.
So I started looking for community in groups, and none of these groups worked for me because of the time difference. Some of these groups were Kenyan,
Okay.
and the content there didn't make any sense. It didn't work. It was all drama all day, and some were European groups, and it wasn't working again. So I decided to create a platform for us Kenyan women where we can actually have ourselves connect, and so that we can have our own place, where our own safe space where we can connect and start supporting one another. And the need was there because people were falling through the cracks.
Yes.
It had happened many times in New Jersey. We had lost 2 Kenyans who died mysteriously, and none of them, we didn't know they were dead. One was found after 3 days, dead. One was found after 5 days. Nobody knew where he was. He didn't have people. He didn't have friends. Now they start looking for strangers like us. Let's ferry this body home. Nobody knows who this person is.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just know, okay, in Kenya, but you know, they didn't have any community. So with us, we are very communal people. We like hanging out with one another. You come out of the house, sit in the veranda, talk, you know, exchange this. So I figured we need it for our own mental health, for our own well-being, and also for the purpose of connection. And so I did create KWITU back in 2013. Just going on with life, I started realizing that employment is fun and it's good, yes. But I realized I have a business degree and I can pretty much spread my wings. Because there's something people say that, I mean, I read somewhere that your employer is actually paying you to remain poor. Because there's no way I'm ever gonna be rich or wealthy with a paycheck that you get, you know? Yeah, there is no way. So I figured, you know, I need plan B. I need to start figuring out other ways of making income.
Yes.
And so I started thinking about business. And at some point, I decided to quit the job I was doing to focus on really putting my feet down and establishing a business while also going, you know, doing my master's. So I quit.
You went back to school to do your master's? Okay.
Yes, I did. I went back to do my master's, an MPA in government and policy.
Okay.
And during that time, I was working my business ideas, you know, and finally I managed to put up Lavish by Lilly and also launch it in Kenya. And I saw it it started picking up. I realized a business is like a baby. It needs all this commitment. So I figured I'm not going to be tempted to go back to employment yet. Let me keep pushing, see if this goes through. If it doesn't, cool.
Before you continue, you say you're back to school doing your master's, and you have decided to quit your job and start to nurture this little baby that you've started your business on the side. How are you surviving? Because that's such a daring move where you quit your job to focus on a business.
It is. And you see, for me, I'm all about risks. And I tell people, if you don't take risks, you will never get anywhere. You have to. You know, people in their comfort zones never get anywhere with that situation. Honestly, when I start feeling comfortable in a situation, I feel like there's a problem. I need to, so I don't dwell in that zone. So I push my limits so much, and sometimes it gets me in a little trouble, but I've never been in real big trouble, but I really do push my limits. So I take a lot of risks. I did that, and it was good because I had all my focus and all my dedication to this thing. And the only other thing that bothered me was school, which was fine. And after that, another business idea came through and I went through with it. And so now they became 2 businesses. And 3, the 3rd one came. So right now I feel like I have different streams of income that are able to, you know, have me traveling. Like right now, why am I in Kenya? I'm in Kenya for business. I'm not here for holiday, you know? So I've realized that you have to know what you're doing and go for it. If you keep thinking about things and procrastinating, you'll never do anything.
Absolutely. I love that. You guys, I hope you're getting inspired by her story. I think when you're focused, and she knew what she wanted, you knew you wanted to grow this business, and you talked about we are not against employment, but she did say you couldn't create, I guess, what you call generation wealth from a paycheck.
Yes.
So she
Yes.
wanted to expand and start a business, because with a business, the sky is the limit. You can go as high as you want. You can make as much as you want. You get to decide your own paycheck, not your boss. So that's amazing.
Right.
Congratulations. I mean, like, I'm just like inspired, because there are some things sometimes we want to do, but fear sets in and you're like, if I do
Yes.
this, what about this? What about healthcare? What about this and the other? And if you build your own business and you are successful, those things are not things that should worry you moving forward, but it's little things that hold us back.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but we are going to we are going to go back to KWITU. Tell us about how easy or how challenging it was to build this huge group and have all these women moving in the direction I know you had your vision in mind. What did you want this group to achieve? Where did you want it to go? And for it to be the huge organization, I believe everybody, not just in America, but even in Kenya and even non-Kenyans know about this group. You have done such a great work that also get recognized by Facebook CEO. So talk to us about the challenges. Did you have everybody doing what you wanted? Did you have people trying to rain on your parade, try to kill your dream? Because we can't just sit here and assume that everything, especially in the streets of social media, is rosy. There are people like Lilly is trying to build up this, and jealous kicks in, and I will go out of my way to do everything I can to kill your dream or to try and put you down. Did you encounter people like that? And also, did you encounter people who lifted you up, who encouraged you? Especially people from our community.
Especially people from
our community, from Kenya, other Kenyans who live in America.
Okay. Yeah, so when I started, everybody was wondering, who is this and what is my mission? What am I after? Everybody looks at you with that suspicious eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the agenda? And then at some point people started thinking, oh, maybe she wants to go run for office in Kenya.
Yeah.
Until I let them know me. I let everybody know who I am. I had no intention of running for political office.
Yeah.
Even right now, I still don't. And also, I made it very clear. I'm here to serve. I am not here for any control or any power or I'm not better than anyone. I'm just a person who God is using, to have us have something. I'm not here for anything. I don't want anything from you.
Yeah.
So everything, say there's a little influence that came on its own. I didn't look for it. It just happened, And I really tried to, to make sure the people I surrounded myself with, the people I worked with, understood that this is not about us being police or us being anybody's over anyone. Yeah. This is about us walking this journey with these women as servants. And we have to remember we are leading from behind every time. So we made it very clear, and people looked and they see, even I have no quarrels with anybody. They see me, I mind my own business. I'm there to help if you need me. I'm not here, I'm not standing and trying to be a control freak or trying to tell you things like I'm high and mighty. Oh no, that's not me. I'm one of the most not perfect people, if that's even English, So I gave people the opportunity to see and know who I am. But of course, there was a lot of opposition. And I realized some people were gatekeepers. And they realized KWITU was giving people a lot of information. It was opening lots of doors that they prefer to remain closed. Yeah. I do not gatekeep. I share whatever I find that can help anyone. I put it out there. And I thank God for my resilience, because to be honest with you, I will never, ever allow anyone to derail or crush me. The only person who can crush me is myself. I'm the only person who can say, okay, at this point, I've decided to crush me. You will come for me and I will keep coming back stronger. Like, I made it very clear that I'm not going anywhere. It doesn't matter who you drag. You drag my mom, you drag my husband, you're not going to get to me. So I stood so strong, and it was bad. It was so bad that I had to start suing people, because it reached to a point. Yes, it reached a point where now it was beginning to affect my business. And if now my business is beginning to suffer because of something you're saying, because you're being reckless, you're maligning me, you're out there saying stuff out of hate or out of hatred or out of jealousy, and it's hurting my business, we're going to court.
Absolutely.
So I started, I started suing. I got a conviction, and some of these women started coming to me asking me for forgiveness to, pump the brakes, stop. Lily, I will stop. And I said, okay, fine. If you're going to stop, I'll leave it here. You do it one more time, we go. I'm suing you.
People don't know that the things, yes, we do have a lot of freedom of speech, especially here in America. But people don't know that there are things you say out there that can affect somebody's business, whether it's social media, you have this Facebook group, whether it's a YouTube channel like this. People don't know they can be sued for stuff that they say that can affect somebody else's business.
They can affect your job because of things people are saying.
Absolutely.
And you can be attacked. People can incite violence against you, and people can actually come for you. So I made a couple of police reports, because that's a real threat. I cannot play that down. It's a real threat, and I took note of it, and I made a police report. Of most of these things, actually.
Wow, that is crazy. So we have to be careful the things we do. You might think that you're just being jealous of somebody and you're trying to just turn off their fire because you see them doing something maybe you're not doing. And the things that you do or other people do that are successful, it takes so much time and effort, like to do things and do them the right way. And then you see somebody else trying to sabotage what you're trying to do. Absolutely. You may think there's some things that are freedom of speech. You can talk and hate and all that. But the minute you start having people threaten somebody saying, you'll do this, try this, now that is a threat, and you absolutely can be sued. I know how that is. Trust me, in these streets of social media, it is not easy. But thank God, because as much as there are haters who will see you trying to rise up and try to step down on you or talk negative stuff about you, tell lies about you, there are also those that God has placed there that lift you up and encourage you and say, we see what you're doing. We've seen you start this group. We've seen you start we've seen you start this business. We are here for you. We are behind you. So there's always that, I guess I call it your amen corner of people. Talk to us about those.
And those were more than the opposite. Thank God. The support was overwhelming, and I had more people supporting me than the people who were fighting me. So I think that's why we're here.
Amazing. So now the group is here, whether they like it or not. You're leading this group with how many members in KWITU?
Right now we are 14K.
14,000 people.
We'll always be 14K. We don't grow it. So the way we do it is we remove people who are dormant and we bring in new people who, that we cap it at 14K.
And you got recognized by what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook CEO.
Yes.
How is it that the Facebook CEO knows about KWITU?
He knows about KWITU because our numbers are off the chart. Our group, there's groups that have even 2, 3 million, 4 million people, but the engagement is nothing. It's super low. It's not there. And there are many groups, I'm sure you've been in groups where nobody says anything. It's just dead. But for us, it is one of the most meaningful, engaged community on social media, and it still is even today. Even last year, early this year, we had a meeting with Facebook executives again, talking about what we do, why our numbers are so amazing. And we had to explain to them what we do. It takes a lot of work, but for us, there's a whole thing. We are a forum of women. You're not going to come here to take and not give. Why are you here to take? We are here for each other. Nobody here is an expert, or we are either all experts or we're all not. So there's something you have to know that you can share with somebody. It's not the kind of group where you come and yours is to benefit without giving anything.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So that's what keeps our group active, because we tell you,
Yes.
if you're not active in this group for 60 consecutive days,
You're out.
You're kicked out.
Okay. So engagement is key. So you're not just here to receive, but
Yes.
also to share. And there's something you say.
Yes.
What I'm hearing you say is more quality. You're focusing more on quality than quantity, because honestly,
Yes.
when you take
Yes.
a platform like Facebook, somebody was, they say, oh, 14,000, that's not a lot. We've seen people with pages and group with thousands, hundreds of thousands and all that. But the key is the
Yes.
quality. You can have 10,000, 15,000, 14,000, but the quality of the engagement is what is even attracting the attention of Facebook executives themselves.
Exactly.
That's
Look
amazing.
at it this way. We have that group, it's 14K. Do you know KWITU did something that the US government was not able to do during COVID? During COVID, when there was a scarcity of masks, there was no masks.
Yes.
Money was there, but there was no supply. There was no masks.
Mm-hmm.
We guys got ourselves masks before the US government brought masks into the hospitals, because we put money together, went into China and brought our masks, you know?
Amazing.
And that was amazing.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
if you go to a group where people are dormant, nobody is, nothing is going on, who will raise money? They'll not give you. So we come, within a few hours, we had already raised $15,000.
Wow.
And within a day, we had already made the orders. And within a few days, we already had masks going to our members. So we had our members who are in healthcare not having enough masks, and then they're working with COVID patients.
Yeah.
So by the time the government was getting this stuff, we had already gotten our masks out. It takes quality membership to be able to pull things like that.
Amazing. So that is what we are talking about, quality, because even if the group is not dormant, even if there are some groups that are out there with 50,000, 100,000 members, and maybe there is a lot of engagement, some of the group you end up exiting because it's trash. The engagement, the information that is put out there, it's not adding value to anybody else's life. It's either gossip, it's either just trash, just stuff that does not benefit.
Exactly.
You had the call in you had the drive. I'm just impressed by the idea that you can attract attention of the Facebook executive, that they are coming to you to ask you, what are you guys doing at 14,000? Did you guys now get some money from Facebook? Talk about that.
Yes, we did. We did get was it $24,000?
That's amazing.
It was $24,000, I think. But we got the money. And it actually, this confirms a lot to us, It really does confirm that social media it's a real place now. Because even when we got this money, we had to sit down and write a whole community initiative program that how we're going to use this money, what we're going to fund, and how we're going to make sure it becomes sustainable, whatever it is.
Yes.
And we did all of that, and they did fund, and we're still working with that whole program to make sure we have funds for whatever little programs we have in KWITU. And that's why we don't keep coming to members. Oh, there's a person suffering in somewhere, domestic violence, please, let's changa money for them. Oh, let's do this and that. No. So we're very grateful having been recognized by Facebook, because it was only a handful of us in that program. And even today, when you look at our numbers, I get amazed, because how do you expect a group of 14 and over 12,000 people are active? That's really good.
Yeah, that's good.
And the numbers don't lie. And I see why we are out there.
Wow, that's amazing.
We do a good job.
You have done such a great job. Where do you see KWITU 5 years from now? Do you have projects, investment plans, maybe? Because I've seen companies in Kenya that have like communities, KWITU community. Is that something you want to share?
So KWITU, the vision is alive and well. And I always tell people, listen, we are barely scratching the surface. We haven't really, we have not arrived. We are not going to arrive soon. We are now just getting started. We do have a lot of plans. For investment, we do have our self-help group that is here in Kenya. We've been really trying to get rooted here. And of course, our KWITU Kenya is doing very well. We just had our annual event the other day on Saturday, last Saturday. In the US, of course, we have also our SKS, which is our benevolent fund. That's not investment, that's welfare. It does help, even though it's not a big deal or it's a little cushion, and we need it. And we had table banking, which we've already dissolved, and we're working on other things that we can do as, you know, as a group in the US. Now, doing it in the US is a little tricky, and that's because of, you know, all these money laws and regulations, but we're still consulting to see the best way we can do it, because we realized table banking in the US was really hard. Even though we did it 3 years and then we decided, let's take a break, figure it out. But also we are exploring the chances of having a circle. We were almost initiating one. Actually, we registered it and then we decided to pull back because we saw some red flags. So we are looking again to go in and initiate the circle again. What we need is a partner in Kenya, because we are in the US. I don't know how to run a circle. I need to work with somebody who knows circle regulations, who has the time to work with us, who can be, you know, can mentor us, so that at some point when they, you know, they hand over to us, we are able to take it and run with it. So that's what I'm looking for until we find that person. Yeah.
All right. That's amazing. So that's good. That's KWITU. Very, very successful. Amazing group of women from all professions. That's another benefit of being a member of KWITU. And
all ages, as long as you're 18 and up, you're good to go. Yeah, you can be, as long as you're a Kenyan woman living in the United States or Canada, you're welcome to join us.
Oh, Canada too.
You must be a resident. You're not visiting. Some people try to join, but they're just passing through. We don't want that.
As we wait up, because I know you're tired, you guys, she just literally landed from America through Dubai to Kenya. Thank you so much, Lilly, for doing this for us. I want you to talk a little bit, take a couple of minutes, talk about your other 2 businesses. I think you have 2 or 3 other businesses. You are a serial entrepreneur. And tell our viewers how they can contact you, tell them what it is that you have as far as service. What's in it for them?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel, actually, I really apologize because we were supposed to have this sitting before. I messed up my time.
That's okay.
I'm wearing PJs. So after this, I'm going straight to bed.
I know, you must be tired.
I'm ready to go to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah. So I own Lavish by Lilly. This is a cosmetics company. I have a whole range of products. I have lipsticks, foundations, lip liners, eyeliners, eyelashes, primers, concealers, eyeshadows, it's everything in there. The only thing I don't have is setting sprays. I have setting powders, I have banana powders. So my products are vegan. My products are amazing, premium products, guys. Try my products, you will never put them down. And it's also here in Kenya, in stores. I also have Premium Errands Global. This is the company that will help you do anything you want to do in Kenya from abroad. You don't have to worry anymore. We take the headache out of the equation. You need something done and you don't want to involve your family or your friends. Let us as professionals get in there and take care of it for you. Our rates are very good. We are very flexible. We tailor make everything according to your needs. No service is the same, guys. So anything, we will do it for you as long as it's not illegal. And then I have Lilly Richards Consulting, where I do consults. Companies consult with me, especially companies that engage diaspora people. I do strategic advice for these companies. I do training, especially I do customer service training for companies that engage diaspora people. I've trained over 7 companies now.
Wow.
I also do coaching, one-on-one and group coaching, guys, under Lilly Richards. Check me out. I do business coaching. I do mindset coaching. And I also do business storytelling. If you want me to tell a story of a business, look for me. I do a great job with that. Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Do you want to tell them your website where they can access all this information? And then also we're going to pin the website at the description box so you know how to get in touch with Lilly in case you need any of the services. See, I told you guys she's a serial entrepreneur. All right, what's your website?
My website is lilly-richards.com.
Okay.
Also, you can go to premiumerrands.biz or lavishbylily.com.
Amazing. So all those websites will be listed below. Please check them out. Get in touch with Lilly. If you're a business and you need to talk to her, some personal
Thank you so much.
oh, you're frozen. You back. Yeah, if you need personal coaching, business coaching, whatever services she just mentioned, go to her website and get in touch with her. She is the best that you can learn from. As you can see, she is absolutely a powerhouse, or what we call a business mogul. And who wouldn't want to sit down with the Lilly Richards? Lilly, as we wind up, do you have anything you like to add? Thank you so much for doing this for me. I know you're tired. I know you have jet lag. Totally appreciate. Is there anything you like to add in winding up?
I just want to thank you for having me and for being patient with me, and also just want to say happy holidays to you and to your family and to everybody who will be watching this video.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you too. Enjoy your stay in Kenya, and we'll connect when you come back to America.
Thank you so much.
All right, you take care.
Bye-bye.
Today's show is sponsored by Jumbo List. Please check them out. They have a huge event coming up next year here in America. And if you'd like to attend, please get in touch with them and you'll find out the details on how to register for the event. And they are telling you in advance so you make plans to attend. If you're a legit business in Kenya, you would like to come and attend the expo, you're welcome. And if you like to be a sponsor of the event, please make sure you get in touch with Jumbo List. And here is Jumbo List.
In a world where opportunities are boundless and connections pave the way for success, there's one event that stands out above the rest. The Jumbo List Expo 2024. After a resounding success in New Jersey, Jumbo List is back. From May 24th to May 27th, join us for an unforgettable journey at the Jumbo List Expo 2024 as we celebrate Memorial Day weekend in a grand fashion, a weekend where dreams meet opportunity. Together, we are unlocking doors to possibilities. So maybe you're wondering what sets the Jumbo List Expo apart. It's where every business begins with Jumbo, a gathering of brilliant minds, innovative ideas, and limitless potential. This isn't just an expo. It's a convergence of industry titans, thought leaders, and aspiring entrepreneurs, all united by a shared vision of growth and success. For more details and inquiries, don't forget to reach us through our social media pages, our phone numbers, and our website at www.jumbolist.com. Jumbo List. Every business begins with Jumbo.